So step by step on how to get this started. Firstly, you want to use alcohol to disinfect your needles. So let your needle head sit in a cup of 95% alcohol for about 5 to 10 minutes before you get going. The needles have got to be sterilized and air dried before you get this going. How I would do it is, once I put the derma roller head into a cup of alcohol, I remove my makeup and I do the cleansing process. That takes some time, so it is enough time to get the needles sterilized. Once your cleansing is done, you should use a non-alcoholic toner, or in this case, Ida Faux. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is the yellow substance, or the yellow liquid that's used in surgical procedures, and this is an antiseptic that would be very good for your skin, as you do not want to dehydrate the skin and you want to make sure that it is properly cleaned and free from any bacteria before doing the surgical procedure. After this, you may want to use a numbing cream. It's not necessary, but if your levels of pain is not that great, then maybe it's suggested that you should get yourself some numbing cream. I personally don't use it. I find it's just unnecessary and unnecessarily expensive. So the pain's not that bad. It's something that you can work with. Like I've said before, this procedure can be done on your entire face, entire body. But since we're just dealing with the face this time, it is suggested that you just focus on your problem areas, which could be your laugh lines, which could be little creases between the eyebrows, or crow's feet. I don't really have much of a problem skin now, so I do my entire face, and I will show you how to do this correctly and safely. So you want to roll in 2 directions, up and down, which is horizontal, and vertical, which would be across. This is a safe way to do it because the patterns or the holes that you will be making on your skin will be a whole lot more even, which would be a lot less, there's a lot less chances for you to cause any unnecessary tears, which would result in unnecessary pigmentation, which is not what we want trying to do right now. You want to do this slowly. Don't rush. Okay, these are needles. They are prickly, they are sensitive, it is scaring, it could be daunting. You're new at this, you're not yet confident. Go slow. It's perfectly safe if you follow these steps properly. You may find little spots of blood on your skin while you're doing this procedure. Do not stress. It is perfectly normal. It is still safe. You're not going to bleed to death. It's okay. It's okay. So once again, the safest length of needle to use would be the 0.5 millimeter. It is perfect for beginners, perfect for home treatments. It's just safer all around. With time and experience, you would be able to move on to longer needles, but don't rush the process. Don't rush the process. There's plenty of time to get there, and after a few sessions you will see the difference. Definitely. You will not turn back. Remember to steer clear of the eye area. You are not yet experienced. You don't have a lot of practice. You don't know how to do this area yet. The skin around this part of the face is extremely thin, and rather than improving the texture, you don't want to make a mistake and make it worse than it already is. Also, don't forget to sterilize the needles after you use. So when you're done derma rolling, first you want to put the head into a cup of warm soapy water. Let it stay for a couple of seconds. Don't tap the sides of the cup, because that way you are going to either blunten the needles or move them out of position, and this means that when you are derma rolling the next time, you're going to get an uneven pattern. It's all around not a good idea. So after a few seconds of doing that, put it back into the cup of alcohol and let it sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes. And when you're done with that, you just let it air dry. The case that it comes in is perfect. Let it sit in there. It's not touching anything. Do not use any tissues, any fabric or anything to dry the needles, because you don't want to have any bits of cotton or material or paper stuck into the needles that would just ruin everything for you. So it's safe. Let it air dry in its case like this. Products to use after your session. It has got to be nave safe, which means no alcohol, no essential oils, and no fragrance. Which brings me to the very exciting part. I recommend OhR, specifically formulated for skin of color, my very own skincare range. So what's in the box? This is what my kit has. It's got a whole range of things, but for right now, we just need to focus on these two little serums. So this is OhR's 11% niacinamide and 2% zinc. It is the leading brand on the market because of its high percentage of zinc. This has been specifically formulated for skin of color, and this is what I would use after my derma rolling microneedling session. This contributes to the entire procedure. It is excellent for shrinking pores, excellent for blemishes, for dehydrated skin, for fine lines and wrinkles, for acne, for scarring, for the whole lot. And this can be used, this is actually used straight directly onto your skin because it's a water soluble, fragrance free solution. Afterwards you can use a heavier moisturizer, or I would normally use OhR's Intense Hydrating Serum. This is so amazing. It is perfect for even babies, safe for babies to use. So I would use my niacinamide 11% and 2% zinc. And then I would use my intensive hydrating serum. So the trick is you would need to pat the serum onto your skin. Pat, pat, pat. Don't rub, because your skin is already very flushed, very red, very tender, very hold up. So you need to be very gentle. Pat, 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 and it's going to sting. That's the second slightly traumatizing part that you need to know about. Yes, this part is a little bit more tricky, a little bit more sensitive. You'll make it, just go slow, pat, grind your teeth, bite your teeth, scream if you need to, but you got to do it again. Easy, easy. Just pat, brace yourself, take a deep breath, pat again. After a few sessions, it won't be that bad. I mean, nothing that comes easy is actually worth having. So, and beauty is painful, there's a price to pay with everything. So just go slow and take your time, get the whole area covered with this serum so that you do not leave a spot out dry, and you get maximum product into your skin. Okay, so proceed with caution, because the worst thing that you can use now on this skin that's already been slightly traumatized would be to use a product that is not pH balanced, which would be 4.5 to 5.5 pH. This can cause serious scarring, serious irritation to skin of color, which could take months to get rid of. And that's just the way skin of color works. One bite, one burn, one bruise blackens, and it takes forever to get rid of.